Two things we'll never discuss. Insects and fly fishing.
Pants are in, though.
Yeah, pants are always in.
Welcome to the Fridays on the Fly podcast, where we talk about movies, our short films, community and creative projects, our stories and scripts, the occasional radio drama performance, and various other topics that cross our minds. I'm Ward.
I'm Eric. It's the stars thing. It's been on my mind for a week. I don't know, is that something we should even talk about?
Yeah.
Well, it's this project, for those of you that don't know, it's everyone, putting these stars around town and labeling them with each state, 50 stars around town, putting it out for the 4th of July parade that Reidsville has, some type of signage.
Manifesto.
that says exactly what we're doing, and that is the first person that takes a picture of each star wins $200 and Instagrams it to a certain account.
It's a scavenger hunt.
Essentially, yeah. That's the project I'd like to talk about first. I really want to do it. Of course, I won't be here for July 4th, so therein lies a small problem.
Could be a huge problem. I believe my part of the project is championing that we try to do it as legally as possible.
I don't see why it would be illegal. That's the problem.
I don't know. That's what we have to research.
I thought you were going to do that.
Yeah, it's not July, is it?
I gotta have my stars ready and painted. Do I paint each one different colors? Do I just paint them all white with the state's things on it? I mean,
paint the state flag on each little star.
I would do that.
How big are these things?
For those of you that aren't watching,
like
about 3 inches.
3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you should paint each state flag on there. And I want to see some detail on that as well.
I don't think that's going to happen. It's like one of the first projects that I would really love to do.
Because you have your American flag out license plate thing, which this is offshoot of that. Do you have your American flag thing up in the designated location, then the stars, or the stars lead up to gain that community excitement for your flag that you're going to...
No, it's just a completely separate idea. I mean, I just want to go with the star. I think I just want to go with the stars, skip the flag. If we don't do it 4th of July, what we should do is put them up and then send something to the paper. Not that anybody reads the paper. Somehow to
Facebook is where you
Facebook. Somewhere to get it out there. And the contest starts this day, ends this day, and the first person that finds it wins. And that way, A, we can get it before I go on vacation, get it done. B, we don't have to worry about putting a sign in the middle of the street on July 4th. You don't have to worry about putting a sign on the street on July 4th.
So is it anonymous?
I want to make it anonymous. Of course, if people listen, then this won't be so anonymous. That's the idea is, yes, I want it to be anonymous. I have a couple other ideas that I want to do.
You don't have to put flyers up in Reidsville, because if you want it anonymous, I mean, you can't really do Facebook, because you have to create a new account.
And that's not a problem. I would create the new account. Fake it and make...
Well, you wouldn't have any friends if you create a new account.
I don't think that would be hard to do. Getting friends on Facebook is simple, especially if you name it Arts Project of Reidsville.
Cash prize, there you go. That's what
Cash,
you put
yeah. Yeah, Arts Project of Reidsville, cash prize.
They take photos of the stars.
Right.
Do they have to post them on Twitter, Instagram? Are we going to limit it to one platform, or is it multiple?
My first thought is Instagram. I don't know if that's something you could do on Facebook. Could you post each one?
You can tag on Facebook.
That could be a lot of pictures.
Either way, it's going to be a lot of work.
You're looking through and trying to...
You know, internet on vacation?
Trying to get a winner. And you know what? Might as well just make it Facebook. You could actually send them a private message. You could even post them to the Facebook account. And I think Facebook's probably the way to go. Just and because I don't twit.
You're going to have to start. Mm. If you want this project to succeed, Twitter's what you need.
Just trying to get everything out there, right? Yeah. Especially to the people of Reidsville. And I don't know, again, that anybody will appreciate this, but...
I think in Reidsville, don't you need a town crier? Just to walk the streets and...
How do you feel about the project? Without knowing any legalities right now.
I think it's an awesome project. A project that gets community involvement. City manager, I mean, they should lock into that.
So you're down? You're okay? Or do you need to ask permission first from the mayor?
I just want to look at some legality. I mean, again, I think if you were nailing stars into different buildings, there's an issue there. But
all tape.
That's fine. I have no problem with you hanging all those stars.
You know what? I'll do it too. I don't care. It's just...
Yeah, if you find a star, just take it down too. Save us the
trouble. Could you guys just look for those stars? That'd be great.
And if you're the last person to take a picture of the star, just take it down. How do you do the last person? I don't know. Just use your judgment.
Oh, man, I saw this really cool project that somebody was doing. They had put USBs all around the world. Mm-hmm. But I thought that'd be great for our community. They connected like a lock to something, like a lock to like a chain or a chain link fence, and it had a USB that you could plug your computer into, or you can hook a USB to and read it, or even put stuff on it to file share. So that'd be fun.
But didn't something come out a few months ago that USBs had some major flaw that you could hack into a USB and in turn hack into somebody's computer? That
Really?
Yeah, there's like some security deficiency in USB drives. And you could put some kind of hacking program on it and it would just go straight to your computer. There's really nothing you could do about it.
How would it send out a signal, though?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean put a program into the USB,
Yes.
so with the next person that hooks up, it'll destroy their
You're
computer.
dead.
Wow. No, that's wrong.
So, but back to your project about this USB worldwide thing.
Yeah.
How did somebody have the funds or ability to go worldwide on such a thing?
Just did
Or is it an organization of
No, it was one guy. I'm talking like Japan, Germany. I mean, all over. Islands like Bora Bora, they got one. I mean, it's just very strange. And
this is a real guy?
Yeah.
That's incredibly...
You come across a brick wall, and he would dig out like a little section of the brick wall, put the USB in there, cemented it in, and walk away.
So how do you find it?
Once you find it, people start posting it. It just goes and goes.
If it's cemented in a wall, how would someone ever stumble across? I wonder if there's a USB in this wall. Let me just start digging it up.
No, you would. No, it's sticking out.
Oh,
the USB
okay.
port is actually sticking out of the thing. A lot of people, what's popular, I guess, is putting locks on bridges. And he put one in there in Paris. I'm just saying something like that. We don't have to exactly copy that. I think it starts with the stars thing, and then we go from there.
So in essence, was his plan that somebody hooks this USB to their computer and they type in, "Hey, I was here," put it back on the USB, and
He put nothing on the USBs. They're just there
Is he gonna collect
so
them at some
people
point?
can file. I have no idea.
Okay.
Can't imagine what's on the USBs. But it's just for you to see what everyone else shared on there and for you to put your own little thing on there. I love it.
it's intriguing. But
It's intriguing. I'm not like not necessarily. It's not necessarily something we shouldn't read. It's
what,
something.
for the 10 people in Reedsville that have computers, you don't want them to go to hook up a USB? Let me edit that. 100 people in Reedsville?
Everyone has a computer, I'm sure.
They don't, though. I can't remember if I heard it or read it. For some reason, somebody decided they were going to interview people selling things in like a penny saver ad. Why didn't you put it on the computer? And they discovered these people using the penny saver didn't have computers, which makes sense because why would you use the penny saver if you had a computer?
Right, yeah.
They're like, yeah, the people, they said the interview is like going to a third world country who just didn't have computers, didn't know anything about them.
Yeah.
It's just the craziest thing. So there are people that do not have computers even in this day and age.
Well, they're going to miss out on $200 maybe for winning the star thing. So you're down with the star thing. I'd like to get the stars up. I kind of have a tentative date of when I'd like to get the stars up, which would be the 19th of June.
I mean, I don't know what my role specifically is yet.
Help me stick the stars up. That's it.
Yeah,
If you want to help paint the stars, awesome. We could do that while we do a podcast. Just paint the stars as we
probably
go.
too much noise painting.
Who cares? The Stars Project is like one of the first things that I really like to do, and it's just been on my mind for a while. Kind of something else that's been on my mind too is the way I have it in mind is you ever go to like Google Earth and pin something on Google Earth?
No.
Well, you could pin something like if you go to a center, you'll type center of Reedsville, and it'll pin it for you, and it'll go to what it thinks is the center of Reedsville. Mm-hmm. I thought we should make a big giant pin and pin it to where it thinks the center of Reedsville is, like a 6-foot pin. Stake it down to wherever it thinks it is.
I have to say, I really like your community creative projects. I mean, they're whimsical. I like that.
So that one, I think, man, I think that's a great one. I mean,
So your pen just like big cardboard cutout? I mean, we're talking about just
that's
really
it.
simple?
That's it.
Yeah, I love that.
Cardboard cutout. We can attach like a pole to it, stick it into the ground because it's like a pin. It's supposed to be pin
Then a
shaped.
grenade too, right, with a pen?
Stick it into the ground and just string it off on like 4 different sides so it doesn't blow over. Hopefully they'll be ground enough to do that there. And if not, I mean, I think the two of us can improvise.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. You know, when you look on Google Earth and stuff like that, it's so vague. And it thinks it knows what the center of town is. But to us, the center of town might be something different. I just haven't looked where the center of Reedsville is.
Google Earth and Google Maps tie in roughly together, right?
Yeah, right.
The center of Reedsville, based on Google Maps, I think is Gale Street.
Even the Google Maps pin kind of comes up into a V shape and then comes out into a circle on the top. I thought that'd be really cool.
I think that's awesome. I like that. I don't even have to check legal documents.
That's just leave it. That's just stick it. I don't even know if
I think we need a message on it.
center of Reedsville.
Something about Google Maps, just so they can look at Google Maps, so they can see exactly how we got to where we got. You see a pin, it doesn't really mean anything. But then if you say...
See, everything that I think of, I think we should either put it on this Facebook page or send it to the Reedsville paper. Here's what's going to be out here, and here's what it means. It's going to be out on this date. They can do it. Again, I don't know if anybody reads the Reedsville paper.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know
they're still there for a reason. Somebody's got to read the paper.
Everybody that works there, they're required to buy subscriptions.
They're going to buy 10 subscriptions. What are we going to do with 40 subscriptions? The vibe.
So this Facebook page is just some like...
Yeah, what do we want to call the Facebook page? For our project.
The project?
Yes. Because that's where I'll put stuff. I will make that as soon as possible.
Guy Fawkes's Reedsville Adventures.
I will make the Facebook page start requesting friends.
Begging.
No.
Does Facebook have a beg feature?
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Yeah, it's let me put up 10 pictures a day and just hopefully 10 people will like it.
Well, that just depends on the pictures you put up.
What do you think it should be called? I think what I said before, not the crap one, but the one before that. Remember when I sent you the text that said... I sent an idea. Community of Reedsville Arts Project, and its acronym would be CR. But the one I sent you before that, I said something like Reedsville We Community Project, Community Art Project.
Is it a we thing? Are we really going to?
I like the we.
I guess we would be involving people.
The we just because it's Ward and Eric.
Hey, I didn't even pick that up.
Arts Project. It's missing something, though. If anyone listens to this and you have a better idea for a name, just please send it in.
Please, Mom, send us an email.
But Reedsville We Community Arts Project or Public Arts Project or something like that. Then it could be the Reedsville PAP. Public Arts Project.
What you said before was We Community Arts Project.
Yeah.
That's to the point, it's simple.
Yeah, and nobody has to know what we is. W-E, both capital W.
Hey, they're including me. I like to be included. I don't have any Facebook friends, but now I got this friend.
The We Community. But, if we put Reedsville We Community Arts Project, probably more people would accept your friend, the friend request.
Yeah, Reedsville would help. Just add it in. We Community Arts Project in Reedsville.
Or Reedsville We, or Rockingham County. Oh, geez, it's just getting any longer then.
Could get a cool acronym out of that. Reedsville, Rockingham County, We Community Arts Project.
Well, I don't want to leave out Eden because I know a lot of people on Facebook, Eden, once I personally become friends with We Community Arts Project, or whatever we're going to call it, that they would get on too once they saw that I was friends with them. But if it said Reedsville, maybe they wouldn't because it'd feel exclusive.
Is Eden in Rockingham?
Yeah. Or just call it the Rockingham We Community Arts Project.
That's to the point.
Well, I mean, it's a little
I
wordy.
mean, you take out any one of those words and you kind of lose the focus of it.
Community arts or public arts project?
I think community, because we're striving for involvement, aren't we?
I don't know what I strive to. Honestly, I just want to do something. I don't really care if anybody
trying to annoy
does it or
people.
Not. I'm not looking to annoy people at all. That's not it at all.
It's involving the community. Because again, you're posting to Facebook, to the newspaper, to try to get people saying, hey, isn't it in essence a call for people to do something cool out there, do something cool?
Or just go see it.
Yeah. Visit your city. Don't just sit in your basement eating Cheetos on the internet.
And doing podcasts. So I will make this page. I'll make it tonight.
Okay.
Rockingham We Community Arts Project. I'll be the first friend.
I'll be the first rejection.
Should I put anything on there?
A picture. People like pictures.
Well, I mean, of course.
Yeah, you probably should put a description. I don't know what that would be, but I mean, yeah, you see the title, but what do you do?
I think the first thing we do is we put that pin up.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest project of.
Because honestly, coming across a stand, I mean, to just, even if we can't stake it down, just to stand it and leave it, that's fine.
Yeah.
We should find out where the center of Reedsville is.
A good first step.
Step one. We've talked this through pretty well. I get the feeling you're not completely on board with the community arts project, just because of its potential legalities and maybe you having to go to jail one night.
Yeah, that too. I don't want to ruin my bid for political office. Pin thing, the center of Reedsville, that is awesome. I like that.
Okay, good.
It's just the rest of it. I don't know how broad your project gets, and
it's like a gateway drug. I'm slowly getting you into this.
Yeah, that's my
concern.
concern.
Eventually we're hopping trains.
You say hopping trains or robbing trains?
Graffitiing on walls. All right, so the center of Reedsville, according to Google Maps, see, that's the little thing I want to make.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew what you're talking about.
Google Maps. It says that the center of Reedsville would be at the corner where Walgreens is. Right on Walgreens corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where it says. Where Harrison meets Scales. That could be problematic.
How so?
Well, it's on Walgreens property.
Hey, we're part of the Rockingham Community Arts Project.
We're just dropping it off, lady. I was told to put it here. What's great is there's no cameras there. And it's really trafficky there. Really trafficky over there. No?
We're just part of the Arts Project. I don't know.
I'm just dropping it off. So you're down with this?
Yeah.
You're down with putting this on Walgreens property?
Is it on their property, though?
Theirs goes right to the corner. Actually, we could just put it on the corner.
But, public right-of-way extends, 10 feet, 15 feet past the road. So, it's like a giant flyer to a pole. People do that all the time.
Yeah, and I do want to put it in the right spot. I was just thinking maybe we could put it across the street where, but it
kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, I want it to be right. Yeah, I want it to be right.
Wait, this guy saying they put it in the center where Google is, but Google says something different. I don't know what to believe.
So that's where it has it right there. This is the corner of Walgreens right here. There's Walgreens, the red box. So it's essentially right on the corner there at Walgreens.
I think the pin should have a link to Google Maps. I don't know if you can link to exactly like that to show them where the pin is.
Yeah, I don't think you could either.
Or wait, if you search center of Reedsville,
I just typed in Reedsville, North Carolina. That's what it gave me.
Just say go to Google Maps, type in Reedsville, North Carolina, and see where the pin. Because if I saw that pin that big, 6 feet tall, I don't want to go to all right, what's the point? I'd want to go to it and see what am I supposed to do. If it doesn't tell me anything, I feel like it loses it. But if it,
I don't want to say exactly what it is though. I want to put it there and it be like, is this the center of your town?
Okay, I like that. I'll take that.
Something like that.
Yeah, you got to give people something just so they can put it in perspective. Yeah, I'll take that.
You can even do one of these in Eden. Same day.
Okay.
Well, I have no idea where the center of Eden is. I'm looking at that on the thing, and I don't know where this is. So,
does it show a mark? Or?
It says it's near Belk, but I don't know where Belk is.
In Eden?
Yeah. I don't know where this is.
Maybe they're talking about Peebles. Maybe Google Maps is confused. Belk, Peebles are all the same.
Yeah, I don't know where this is.
What street is it off of?
Yeah, I think if we do this, we do Eden, Reedsville, maybe Wentworth.
You're just going after everybody, aren't you?
Why not? Why not just put them all out there? See what happens. If nothing happens, nothing happens.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you might as well hit all three.
Got Stoneville, Madison, Maiden.
2 or 3 is okay. Now we're going to hold it big. That's a lot of signs.
It's a lot of paint.
Maybe Lowe's will donate paint to our community art project. Hey, we're part of the community art project. Can't you donate some paint?
I'd have them made up if they were cheap enough on that vinyl.
What's cheap enough?
I don't know.
You do double-sided. 6 feet, probably roughly 3 feet wide. I would guess a vinyl sign would charge you $30 or $40 per side.
So is this the center of your town? You're good with that?
Yeah. I like that.
That's going to be awesome.
It has some undertone there.
Yeah.
It sounds really clever.
It does sound clever. I have no idea what I'm trying to get without it. I don't even care. I don't care. Honestly, I could probably go into Walgreens and be like, hey, can I stake this in your grass? They'd probably say, yeah. We'll take it down a couple days later.
You just tell them it's a community arts project. People let anything slide. It's a community arts project.
Yeah, pretty much.
You see it's going in the traffic circle at Reedsville, right? Community arts project, they'll let anything slide.
I don't know if they're putting that there. You saw what's in the traffic circle now? There's a gazebo there.
It's on loan from Mumbo Jumbo. Whatever that import place is, it has a bunch of warehouses in Reedsville.
Oh, I had no idea.
I don't understand how that works. Because I assume city workers took time to put that there. So they're going to remove it more time. It just seems like we're spending a lot of time on that.
A lot of money on that.
Yeah, to something that, as I understand, is temporary, which I think looks pretty nice.
I think it looks better than the art. I like it.
I don't know what the art's going to be. Somebody said it's a purple bulb thing, but that's not very descriptive. Maybe Reedsville's tactic is, hey, we're going to put this here, and then when the guy drops, I'm like, oh, sorry, we got something there. You're too long.
It's too late.
Then they realize they don't like it.
That's funny. They didn't talk about the gazebo. They didn't discuss it at a meeting or anything. It was just there. They discussed this art thing forever. But not this.
Do you go to the meetings?
No, but I've gone to one. They put them in the paper and they put them online, and you can read all the minutes of it.
Are you familiar with Mumbo Jumbo?
Mm-hmm. Is that what it's called?
Something like that. But it's a weird place because I first heard about it, whatever show that they hunt through storage lockers.
Right.
It's a reality show. Yeah. They were getting stuff from Mumbo Jumbo put in the storage lockers.
Oh.
Yeah, reality. Yeah, right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's some big thing. They were getting stuff out of that. But went to the store for some reason and we went in. The guy's like, oh yeah, I got another warehouse over there. We walked all over downtown Regionsville to his different warehouses full of just stuff.
Well, let's go walk through there. That could be a whole podcast itself.
He had so much stuff. It was amazing.
Cardboard, the only thing I'm worried about is it raining and it being destroyed.
You could use foam. The foam mats I made those DVD cases out of.
Well, didn't you use the interlocking ones, right?
Yeah.
That seems like a bit difficult.
Difficult how?
How much are they?
$10 for 4 square feet. One pack, you get it like a 8 feet by 2 feet.
No, let's keep it cheaper. Let's go cheaper.
Cardboard it is.
Honestly, you can get a sheet of MDF. Not even MDF, just presswood and just cut the shape out. It's like $8.
Yeah, it's like 8 or 10. That's true.
Yeah.
But that stuff is terrible in water. It's cardboard in essence.
Yeah.
But it would be stiffer than cardboard. So,
right.
I mean, if you're just looking for something temporary and cheap, that's probably the best way to go. If you paint it, it might give it a little bit. It might last like 2 or 3 longer.
The cardboard would stand up easier, though. The wood would be heavy. Where the cardboard, we can literally just attach a pole to it and sink it into the ground and just do
like wooden pole?
Anything. A wooden stake, anything. It could be metal. Just pound it in there.
I mean, the hardboard's not that much heavier.
Than cardboard?
No,
I think you're crazy.
It's a little bit heavier, but if you stake it, it's going to stand up.
If there's no place to stake it, though, it'll need a stand. How hard could that be to make? I don't want it to blow over, though, and hurt anyone. So it's got to be somewhat tethered down somehow.
It'd have to be tethered, because, I mean, anything like that big would
blow over pretty easy.
Even if you have a stand on, unless you have a pretty sizable stand.
Yeah.
But if you could stake it, I think that would...
Yeah, I'll have to check it out where that Walgreens is, because I thought they had some grass up front of there, but they also have their sign there. So they might be a little...
Attach it right over their sign. Perfect. Everybody knows this is Walgreens. They don't need a sign.
Yeah, I might actually go in and ask. If it's going to block one of their signs, I would go in and ask if we can put it up there for 3 days.
As long as how much for the community arts project.
Part of the Rockingham community. The Rockingham County Week.
They have a Facebook page. Go to it.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah. Instant credibility. Hey, it's got a Facebook page. Completely credible.
That's really good. I don't want to be a spot where they nip this quickly. Oh, he said he was part of this community arts project. Here he is on our cameras. I mean, I don't want it to be nipped quickly, and then anytime I'm downtown, the cameras are following me everywhere I go. That's 2 good ideas. You're not completely down with the stars one, but
I'm down in spirit. I'm happy to watch you carry out that project.
And the other one I thought was the faux graffiti. Was basically taking big pieces of that really thin craft paper, making big graffiti type things, cutting it out, and then taping it up onto a wall, a big wall somewhere, to make it look like it was graffitied on. I
think you found your calling, man. You're nailing all these.
And then just pull it down. I mean, it's no big deal. But like big, it would have to be big. I would want people to see it and go, "Oh my gosh, someone graffitied on those brick people." Like that's what I would want. I'd want there to be shock from it.
The only problem with that is paper, like trying to cover those brick people since they're 3D, it would...
Yeah, you would have to have tape all...
It would look fake, because you couldn't
you couldn't get the contours right. But the paper's really thin, though, but the second you put paint on it, it starts to warp and,
Yeah, I mean, if you can stick to flat surfaces...
Yeah, that's fine. Stick to flat, that's fine. So that's another one.
I like that.
But what I would want to graffiti, I have no idea.
I think if it could be meaningful or appear meaningful...
I don't want to over-meaningful it. You know what I mean? You can over-meaningful something very quickly.
Yeah, you can, but maybe this is meaningful, maybe not. Or I think it's meaningful, but I'm just too dumb to understand. But that's cool, so I like it.
Exactly.
That's the area you need to get to.
Exactly right, and that's exactly what I'm going for. If you get something out of it, great. Doesn't mean I got something.
And if you don't, you're just stupid.
You're just an idiot. Yeah, something like that.
I like that.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Well, you're not completely okay with that because it's taping stuff up again.
Yeah, but,
Yeah. I'm driving around Eden looking at all the old warehouses that are up there. I came across this warehouse. On the side of it is graffitied the name Cecil. Did you see this? Did you see the picture I put up?
Oh, did you have one of your kids?
Yeah.
That one? Oh, yeah.
The name of his giraffe, since the day he was born, his name Cecil.
Ah.
We went and took the picture.
Now there's a lot more symbolism and understanding there now to understand this.
He's holding the little giraffe in his hand and a spray can in the other.
See, I just thought the giraffe did it when I looked at the picture. Those giraffes, they're always graffiti and stuff. You can't take them anywhere.
Did you see the paint can in his hand when you saw it?
I don't know. Sure.
I didn't care if it. Yeah, it's in his right hand. He's got a spray can.
I don't think I was really paying attention. That's even better. Yeah, I'm really liking your photographs. You're really getting on it.
Oh yeah, well
you're taking some good photographs these days.
I want to go back and paint that on the wall. That's a shadow.
I know. I knew.
I just want to go back and paint it on the wall. I do something.
Tape it on the wall.
Tape it on the wall. Yeah, tape it on the wall. I'm not painting on someone's wall, even though I think it's abandoned.
It's somebody's.
You never know.
Somebody has to own it.
Yeah. It's a very cool building, though.
What did it used to be? Like a mill building or where?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, all the ones in Eden were like some type of textile.
Much like Danville.
Right. This is kind of this whole area. I'd love to go back and tape that up. Let's talk about now all the things that we want this blog to be. Podcast.
Originally, we conceived this as we would make short films and then we'd talk about them. And I don't want to deviate from that, but we have to a little bit because we cannot meet that production schedule.
No.
But I'd like to, some of the short films we've already made, take those and just dissect them. Because I think about the GPS one we made, and I think about the Smiling Jack. I really think the Smiling Jack one is good, and I think the GPS one might be terrible.
I think the GPS one could have been fantastic.
It could have been, but it's not.
But I think you're afraid to go places that might offend even the smallest person. I think that holds us back sometimes. Ward has a YouTube page and where he's made films and we've made films together, and they're small films. And the one that we're talking about now is the most recent one that we made. It's where we did a human GPS, and it's awful. But
yes.
But it could have been really good. I think if you're willing to not worry about offending every person, I think it could be better. Just because we're white, it doesn't mean we can't make racial jokes.
It does.
It really doesn't. Only to you does that.
So where would you like to see it go, though?
I told you when we were explaining, I had my ideas for it, and I thought the human GPS is a fantastic idea. The ideas I had for it were a little more racially tense. I don't think we're intentionally hurting anyone. We're certainly not racist and going out of our way to make people feel bad. We're just trying to be funny. I wanted to go with the black guy in the back seat, and he's basically telling you where to go. He's hungry now. He wants to go to the KFC. And you're like, no, I want to try somewhere else. And he's like, no. KFC's up on the left, and that's it. Next shot is all three of us eating KFC. Basically, you got him really cheap because he just got out of prison. He's the prison model. That doesn't bother me. There's nothing wrong with us being funny about it. I mean,
that's true.
I don't think either one of us mean any harm to it. But you watch shows like Chappelle's Show, and he tackles both races.
He's not white.
Yeah, but he makes fun of black people, makes fun of white people.
Yeah, you can do that, though, if you're not white.
But you know what? We should break that down. If you want to you're talking about doing something different and groundbreaking, that's something different and groundbreaking. We're not racist.
And that would be much
just
better.
Hate poor people.
That would be much better than what we put out. But and part is, the production.
I don't care about the production. I like it.
Do.
When I look at those Monty Python videos, they're still good. And they are cheap, man. They are super cheap. I like our production value. I think what we should work on is making stuff funnier, and then the production value goes from there. Honestly, that's what we work on, is making stuff funnier.
I think we need to try for as best production value as we can.
Of course.
But I think the biggest problems, content aside, just actual production, for me, I did not know my script and I read every line. One of two things should have happened. We should have had a script reader that could feed us lines, or we should have just gotten the broad strokes, tossed it, and just ad-libbed it.
Right. And I'm better ad-lib it. The cut scene that you sent me in the email, that should have been in there. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. That had me dying. It was me. I think you should put that up. I'm not worried about the production value. I think we're just funny.
I think production value goes a long way. I think if you're funny and it looks like crap and you're funny and it looks better, it helps.
I'd rather just be funny. I don't even care how it looks.
Yeah, but you take like this podcast. Even if we say comedic gold, if the production value is terrible and you can't really hear us,
right?
It's a similar concept.
Yeah.
Production value doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't need to spend millions.
No.
I think we need to try to have the best production value we can.
I agree. So that's one of the other things that we're planning on talking about on this podcast is some of the short films that we make.
And hopefully we make more.
Hopefully we make more. What are some of the other things that we plan on discussing through the podcast? Our community arts project, making short films. We like to write scripts and movies, enjoy watching movies and talking about movies, and that's going to kind of play a role into this podcast too.
Definitely. I mean, I don't think we've ever gone a conversation without talking about movies somehow.
Well, I think it's pretty impossible.
For us, it is.
Yeah.
So as far as these projects, do they stretch to say, like, these lightsabers I made, do we bring those in?
Yeah, definitely.
People seem to like lightsabers.
Yeah, definitely. I think you should film it. I think it should not just be something that we're doing on the podcast, but it should be something that you're filming and putting on the YouTube channel. Take your current lightsabers apart and make them. I think we fix that vinyl tube issue first.
The easy way to fix it is not to do it. I mean, I like the idea of it, but I need to find a place that has thinner vinyl too. Thinner wall would help too.
And that's what I'm saying. Is I think most hits you're going to get on your YouTube channel are from something like that.
Yeah.
Just because
you're right about
people love that stuff, man. People want to build that stuff, and they want to build it cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't have $80 to spend to make a lightsaber. I don't have $80 to spend to make a lightsaber. Right now, we're just using the broom handles. So
they work.
I saw your movie reviews. I didn't see either one of the movies.
I'm not much better for having watched them.
Oh, gosh, I can't believe you watched Speed Racer.
Technically and visually, it's a pretty neat movie. Obviously, there's a lot of skill that went into getting it to look the way it looked, and the technical side of it doesn't really matter to me, because I like a movie that has some story and some plot, and that really didn't.
I mean, I like a movie that looks good, but I just can't watch a movie about a cartoon that I watched when I was 5. It's just, no.
I think my favorite part was the guy's name is Speed Racer, and his brother's Rex Racer. It's great.
What's next? The Josie and the Pussycats movie? You're gonna review that one?
No,
next?
that one I'll not watch. Only Speed Racers by the Wachowskis. We started out with some really neat movies, and
when I saw that, when I read the review that you did about that movie, I didn't know who they were. What other movies did they do?
The Matrix.
Oh, was that them?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This might have been their next movie after The Matrix. That alone...
So clearly they've got no movies after Speed Racer.
Well, actually, their first movie was not very good. I think The Matrix was their second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been downhill. I mean, even The Matrix went downhill when they tried to turn it into a trilogy. On The Matrix 1, I will watch this, because you make The Matrix, I'll watch whatever your next movie is.
Right. Oh, no, I will. No, not a Speed Racer, no. Definitely not. And I loved Speed Racer as a kid.
I was amazed at the cast they got for it. When they had a bunch of stars.
When you listed the cast, I was very surprised. Emil Hirsch, I really like that.
He's done some cool stuff. You would think, though, that, I don't know, maybe everybody just needed a paycheck?
If you haven't seen Lords of Dogtown with him in it, watch Lords of Dogtown.
I think I've seen that.
Incredible. The skateboarding movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And then another movie he was in was that movie where he plays the guy who wants to completely go off the grid.
Into the Wild.
Excellent
movie.
Amazing movie. Soundtrack to that's incredible.
I don't remember the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is
the movie itself is great.
The lead singer to Pearl Jam. I can't think of his name.
Bill.
Not Bill.
Joe.
Oh, gosh, what's his name?
Hi, his name is Steve.
His name is... And that's where you'll put it in.
We'll come back to it. Did you see that whatever movie Reese Witherspoon made recently, that she used the same backpack Emil Hirsch used in Into the Wild, and he called her out on it? They got in a little fight.
Same backpack?
Yeah. I think he had some kind of blue backpack in Into the Wild, and she used it because she has some movie. It's a female version of Into the Wild, and she used the same backpack.
Oh my gosh! I really want to see that movie too. Actually, I want to read the book first and then see the movie. Yeah, it's a true story about this woman who she's engaged. Her engagement falls through. She decides to sell her house and sell everything, and then go walk the Pacific Coast Trail for like 3 months. Because it's 2,000 miles. Yeah, I really want to see that.
Is it supposed to be any good? Do you know?
I don't know if the movie's supposed to be good. The book's supposed to be amazing. Plus, I love hearing stories about people just dropping their life and being like, this is what I'm going to do.
Sure.
Completely different than what everybody else does.
I was reading this thing about promposals. The amount of money teenagers are spending to ask a girl out to the prom is somewhere in the average of $900.
To ask her out to the prom.
You can't just ask her now. You have to skyride it or land a helicopter in her front yard or do something ridiculous. I think I called the girl and asked her, and that was it. I mean, ridiculous things. Like writing it in pepperonis on a pizza.
Well, see, that would be a lot cheaper than $900. That's just a pizza and pepperoni.
Well, it's on average. I actually like the helicopter ride. It's a little more expensive, so you can average it out.
Yeah, mine was really cheap. I just asked and she said no. It was very cheap. I didn't even have to pay for another prom ticket. I had to pay for the one. It was awesome.
I'm sure mine is a lot more awkward than I'd like to remember it.
I think mine went something like, will you go to prom with me? No. Please, will you go to prom with me? No. If you change your mind, could you just give me a call? No. Went a little something like that. Then I bought the prom ticket, didn't go to the prom. It was awesome.
Do you want to just frame the ticket for posterity? I'm just going to remember that. I want to remember this one. I don't want to tear the ticket because that might decrease the value of it. Thank you for listening to Fridays on the Fly podcast. We appreciate your time and effort to get through this initial podcast. You can contact us and subscribe to us on our website, fridaysonthefly.blogspot.com. You can also find our show notes there. We're on Twitter at Fridays on the Fly. We're on iTunes, Fridays on the Fly. And please rate our podcast on iTunes. We would love to hear what you think.
Thanks for listening to Fridays on the Fly. I'm Eric.
I'm Ward.
Tomorrow we've got Girl Scouts.
You're in Girl Scouts?
Yeah, I'm a brownie.
That's racist.